Thank you so much. Joining me now, I have former Cook County prosecutor and Chicago criminal defense attorney Matt Fakhoury, who joins me here on set. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Always good to see you.
Good morning.
Talk to me just a bit more about, obviously prosecutors are wanting to subpoena some of these prescriptions from this pharmacy. How's the judge going to rule on that, and do you think that gets resolved today?
The judge is probably going to allow it. I think he'll probably seal it as well, just to protect Tiger Woods' privacy interest, right? But the bigger picture here is twofold. Number one is, I think they're really targeting Tiger Woods. They wouldn't have normally done this for anybody else who had gotten arrested for a DUI drugs, is what we call it, a DUI drugs.
What do you mean normally done this?
I think it's a stretch. I think because it's Tiger Woods, and I think because he's a celebrity, and because of his criminal histories, his run-ins with the law recently, I think they're really trying to go after him. I think normally they wouldn't do this. Number two is that I think this is very clear evidence, no pun intended, that they don't have much evidence in this case. If they had direct evidence of his intoxication, remember this is drugs, not alcohol. If they had something like urine results, blood results, a breathalyzer, which actually they did, but it was negative, for alcohol, they wouldn't need this. This is telling me this is a stretch. They're trying to bolster their case because they don't have much evidence right now.
So how do they prove impairment? Is that just from the camera footage from inside the patrol unit, outside doing field sobriety tests?
Exactly. It's circumstantial. They're going to say, oh, he was lethargic. Oh, he had glazed eyes or red or glassy eyes. He was, discombobulated. He wasn't making sense, right? The only other evidence they really have that I think is very strong is that they did find a pill on him, hydrocodone, on his person, I think in his pocket afterwards. But they have to prove that at the time he was driving the vehicle, he was under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Obviously here it's drugs. It's going to be very hard with the evidence that I see so far.
And what kind of case do you see his team building for him?
So it's a simple case. The best case, when you have zero evidence and you have all the evidence in the world, it's reasonable doubt. Is there doubt in this case that he was under the influence of alcohol, or I should say drugs, I'm sorry. And I really think that there's no direct evidence of this. Now, you could put one and one together, and there's, circumstantial evidence, and there's going to be dash cam or body cam of the way he was acting and the things he was saying. But there's a lot of reasons why somebody could act lethargic, especially after a rollover crash, right? He was just involved in a really bad crash. Most people involved in a rollover crash might be a little lethargic or might be acting a little weird. So there are plenty of things that they could use in his defense to say, no, this wasn't under the influence of drugs. It was actually as a result of the crash.
Interesting. It's also fascinating. They have demanded, Woods and his team have demanded a jury trial for this. So it seems to me they think that this is a pretty winnable case. You think it's pretty winnable for Tiger Woods?
Case. Yeah, I do a lot of DUI cases. If I had this case, to me, this is easy. I don't think it's going to be a jury case necessarily. I wouldn't do a jury on this. I think jurors are harsher on DUI cases. They're less
what about celebrity?
Well, they might be harsher on celebrities too. So I think what they might do is, instead of following the law, they follow logic, where judges have to follow the law. From an evidentiary standpoint, I don't think it meets the standard, the burden of proof here.
Yeah, this is not the first time he's had run-ins with the law when it comes to his driving record. Do past incidents come into play here at all?
No, not in front of the jury. It's not going to come in to prove that because he did this before, he's more likely to have done this again, and he was guilty once, now he's guilty again. That cannot come into the jury trial or the bench trial in this case, so to speak.
And then lastly, before I let you go, do you think Tiger Woods shows up today, or is today's hearing something that his attorneys can totally handle on their own?
Typically in a case like this, defendants are required to show up, at least here in Chicago and Illinois. There are occasions where he doesn't have to be here. This isn't like a huge firework type of case today. This is a relatively simple hearing where this is preliminary. It's still very early in this case. There's a lot more to happen.
Okay, regardless, we'll follow it closely.
Yes,
Matt Fakhoury, thank you so much.
My
as always.
pleasure.
Good to see you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.